It's just a little fun, we don't mean it. Don't think about your heart or your feelings. Let's satisfy the that we need it. Just gonna make it last for the weekend. Body to body, 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 body to body. I need somebody, I need somebody, I need somebody. Body to body, body to body, body to body.
Hello, good evening and welcome to our next live stream called Play It Loud. I am so excited to be upstaged completely tonight by our guest hosts, Virina Flowers and Maddy V. Maddy V is an MC and musician based in Plymouth and she's signed for Sicker Records. She has an impressive track record of international gigs and most recently she's been performing on car bars, which you can find on Facebook. Check out her own Facebook page as well as the Granary Studios. Maddy V is going to be emceeing tonight over our live house DJ, which you've heard already, Jacob. Virina Flowers is a Plymouth legend in the drag scene, and as well as hosting tonight's show, she will be performing some amazing lip-syncing tracks to finish our show tonight. I just need to reassure you all that we have all been COVID tested. We're all working under COVID regulations, but because of COVID, we are going to make sure that we all have the most amazing time tonight. It's an opportunity for us to let our hair down, to turn the volume right up to 11, and to really enjoy. I want to see everyone at home having a boogie. I want to see you up on your feet. I want to see you in your best and finest clothes with a drink in hand. Let's bring some joy, some grit, some party atmosphere to your Friday night. As well as having a great time tonight, I also want to remind you that you can donate in order to support the Barbican Theatre and their amazing work that they do here. So check out the QR codes that should be trailing along the bottom of your screen right now. And without further ado, I'm going to let our guest host take it away.
Yes, thanks, Susie. And part of our Rebels music programme, Jacob is currently studying an MFA in Advanced Performer Training at Plymouth Conservatoire. Jacob is also a DJ and a theatre maker, and he's just started making his own music.
Now, straight after the Jacob set are two films. The first from Sophie Northmore called On the Feet of Good News. Based in Devon, Sophie fuses dance and circus together, performing as a soloist and with a lat's acrobatics and many hands circuit. This was filmed on Welsh beach, I can't say the word,
Yeah.
inspired by a verse taken from Isaiah. How beautiful on the mountains are the feet of those who bring good news.
We've gone a long, long
big thank you to the Rebels class, Online Stories, for their film Dear World. We love their simple, powerful, and very upbeat message.
We are really super duper excited to welcome this next act to the stage, Andy Quick. Andy Quick is a multi-diverse musician and songwriter. His music is a mashup of all sorts of sounds, mostly baggy indie, retro blues, and Afro beats, but it's guaranteed to lift your spirits.
Go to the top of the mountain, get the some air. Sing to the bed of the ocean, get the some deep peace. 'Cause they'll give you a number, they'll give you a story, golden glory. They'll leave your mind encrusted bright all before they. I'll give you one more chance, one golden chance. Who wants it? Who wants it? Call the doctor, I'll give you the number. Say my name and take what he gives you now. That might wake you up, but you might walk toward and take control, catch the ones who fall for it all. That might wake you up, and you might get high, and you might survive. But that might wake you up, and you might survive. 'Cause they'll give you a number, they'll give you a story, golden glory. They'll leave your mind encrusted blind to all before they. They'll give you one more chance, one golden chance. Well, who wants it? Who wants it? Call the doctor, I'll give you the number. Say my name and say what he give you now. That might wake you up, and you might walk toward and take control, catch the ones who fall for it all. That might wake you up, and you might get high. You might get high. I say, oh, no, don't conform to the grand design. Don't conform to the grand design. Don't conform to the grand design. Who wants it? Who wants it? Call the doctor, I'll give you the number. Say my name and take what he give you now. That might wake you up, and you might walk toward and take control, catch the ones who fall for it all. That might wake you up, and you might get high, and you might get high, and you might say, oh, no, don't conform to the grand design.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So I put a little post out to see if anyone had any requests, and lots of people asked for this song, so I'm going to have to play it. This is a song that I wrote with Land of the Giants a couple of years back. It's called Surrender.
Put your hands up, surrender, surrender. All guns away, surrender, surrender. Stop your running, surrender, surrender. So over now, surrender, surrender. I know to hear the sound of surrender. Oh, to hear the sound, the sound. You keep running, running, running. You keep hiding, hiding, hiding. You keep fighting, fighting, fighting. We keep dying, dying, dying. We keep running, running, running. We keep hiding, hiding, hiding. We keep fighting, fighting, fighting. We keep dying. I know to hear the sound of surrender. Oh, to hear the sound, the sound. And all to hear the sound, the sound. Love to hear the sound, the sound. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. I've said that for a while. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up, put your hands up, surrender, surrender. All guns away, surrender, surrender. No to hear the sound of surrender. All to hear the sound, the sound, and all to hear the sound, and all to hear the sound of surrender.
Thank you. Cheers. Thanks very much. So when I was asking for requests, I didn't expect him to, but my drummer Rick I asked for a request, and he's at home at the moment with a bad back, so I'm going to dedicate this one to him. It's called Long Face. It's a song off our next album. 2 seconds. You would point it out if I was out of tune. I haven't played this one for anyone yet, so I hope you like it.
I'm looking in the cupboard for something to eat. I picked me up a sugary treat, staring at the bottles underneath the sink, and I'm thinking maybe off to the bucket for something to do. The till's bogged down, there's a hell of a queue, and my reflection in a window pane, a full-grown man pulling his face and saying, oh, why the long face? You're only human, it won't last forever, and why? You're making me feel as young as the air in my lungs. Ooh. So why the long face? I can't be lying, I can't be bluffing. I can't do nothing, I can't do nothing. Hell's fading, my mind's untidy. My doctor's busy till the week on Friday. Where's my lady, my love and laughter? Watching EastEnders and Corrie's on after. All alone in a petulant place. A full-grown man pulling his face and saying, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why the long face? You're only human, it won't last forever, and why? You're making me feel as young as the air in my lungs. Do I feel as young as the air in my lungs? Why do I feel as young as the air in my lungs? Do I feel as young as the air in my lungs? So why the long face? Why the long face? I talk to God, she ain't listening. Too busy with the plot she's twisting. For me, the petulant one who bought a bullet and borrowed a gun and said, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why the long face? You're only human, it won't last forever, and why? Making me feel as young as the air in my lungs. So why do I feel as young as the air in my lungs? Why do I feel as young as the air in my lungs? Why do I feel as young as the air in my lungs? Why do I feel as young as the air in my lungs? The air in my lungs, the air in my lungs, the air in my lungs.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to play one more song if I've got time. Have I got time for one more or not? I don't have to. Should I play one more? Usually like, all right, good. Okay, this is a song again. It's a new one, and it's called "Think Fast." And this is a song about when I first saw my son being born, and I realised I'd suddenly had to grow up.
Never did what I was told. Never bought what I was sold. Never cornered or controlled. Mine's a tricky hand to hold. Oh, then you came in, bawling and wailing, waving your pistol of love. Think fast, I think I've been hit. Don't let the side down, let the side down. I blur and cold for a minute. Now what's my remit? Don't let the side down, let the side down. The greatest job in the world. Don't let the side down. Don't let the side down. Never thought the skin I'm in was the edge of my being. If the world can fit me in, I'll be coming home again. Oh, then you burst in, straight flip reversed in, literally stinking. Oh, Lord. Fast, I think I've been hit. Don't let the side down, let the side down. I blur and cold for a minute. Now what's my remit? Don't let the side down, let the side down. The greatest job in the world. the greatest job in the world, the greatest job in the world. Don't let the side down. Don't let the side down. Think fast, I think I've been here. Think fast, I think I've been here. Think fast, I think I've been here. The greatest job in the world.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Andy and Jacob. I'm grinning from ear to ear. I'm having the best time. I hope you're all at home having a great time too. Lots of really good vibes here tonight. I'm going to ask Andy and Jacob a few questions. First of all, Andy, how does it feel to be back in the theatre playing music?
It was really good. I love it. Yeah, it's one of my favourite spaces in Plymouth. I've played here quite a few times over the years doing different things. It's just, yes, I just love it here. I feel very creative. It's a nice space.
Oh, we're just
It's great
really
to be back.
pleased.
Just, yeah, still feel a bit nervous, but it's good.
I know, I think we're all feeling a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
It feels new and weird again, doesn't it, being on
It does,
stage and
yeah, it does.
everything?
It's lovely though. I wouldn't want to do anything else with my night, but yeah, this is just a great space for it, yeah.
We're really pleased you came. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks, yeah.
So what have you got planned sort of now lockdown's starting to ease? Have you got any gigs planned, anything?
Yeah, I think probably going to start around June, hopefully late June, with some gigs, and then I've got a few festivals lined up and a few ticketed events. There's one at the Pavilions that I'm playing at in July 23rd, so that'll be a big one. The Minack Theatre, I'm going to play there as well.
Great space.
So it's going to be real. I'm just looking forward to those really, and then anything else that comes along, which there will be loads of stuff coming along now, but yeah, it's looking good. Just wanna get
There's
out and do it.
light at the end of the tunnel, everybody.
Yeah.
Live music is coming back. And is that you as a soloist, or is that going to be
No, I'm
with the
playing
band?
I've got a couple of bands. I've got Land of the Giants. That's where I'm playing with those two bands. I've got Andy Quick Band as well, which I'm still trying to find a better name for it than that. But we're going to do a lot of festivals as well. I don't think I can really say where we're going to. We're playing the Great Estate Festival. That's
Amazing.
one that's been announced. Yeah, so that'll be cool in September.
Great, and that's not far. That's down
August.
in Cornwall. Brilliant.
Yeah, just North Cornwall. Yeah, so loads of stuff for both bands, and hopefully as much as I can on my own as well. And I'm going to
Amazing.
record. I'm halfway through an album record, so I've not been chatting about that, but that's what I've been doing with my time, just recording slowly, steadily. So
Fantastic.
it's all
Well,
good, yeah.
look out for Andy's or his bands being added to lists of festivals that are going out this summer. And I know that our sort of marketing manager will be posting and tweeting all about your Facebook page and your Instagram right now. So make sure that you check all of those ones out. I'm going to turn to Jacob now and I'm going to ask what you've been getting up to during lockdown, Jacob. How have you been keeping your music going?
I've just been trying to practice in my bedroom. It's a lot easier to practice with this bit of equipment than the guitar, I imagine. My parents are probably pleased that I'm out of the house doing it for once and not knocking on my bedroom door. Yeah, just trying to find the motivation to keep practicing. That's been the hardest part, find the motivation, definitely.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's nice to finally be back in a space together, isn't it? Even if we're distanced from each other, to enjoy each other's music and bounce off that. Thank you, Jacob. We're going to move on now. We're going to shift the gears slightly, and we are going to ease you into a little bit of blissful reflection with our spoken word artist tonight called Shaday Barrowes. Shaday is based here in Plymouth. She writes beautiful, soulful, stirring work, and this poem in particular has been inspired by lockdown. It's about this idea of overcoming grief and learning to be grateful for all those little moments of time that we've all found during lockdown. The piece has been composed by John Fazell, who's a musician, and they randomly bumped into each other during one of our Barbican Theatre Cockside Cafe acoustic gigs early this summer, just gone. Now they're working together regularly. They're both teaching rebel classes here at the theatre, and we're really pleased that they're starting to collaborate outside of the Barbican Theatre too. So here is Shaday Barrowes' beautiful piece of spoken word.
Today I am grateful for you. You as in us. Us working together in harmony with one another. I'm grateful for seemingly rising from my base of home. Feeling and fixing, but sometimes risking, but restoring those pieces back together. Covered in worries from last week's internal battle. One after the other. You. You can do this. You can get through this. Anything that you put your imagination to is full of worldly possibilities. Create your possibilities and have the ability to stand within your vulnerability. Because believe me when I say, stand beside me. Know that I'm right here with you. When I fluff those pillows, I imagine they are soft, delicate packages that belong to my heart. Nurture is what it needs. Nurture is its strength and sustainability. Unwrapping all the gifts feels like shedding all the paper. Shedding all the mistrust and disbelief. It's like being okay with all the uncertainty. It's like standing in a small boxed room and seeing all the beauty in it. Every crack, every slight dent, every new perfection is a new reborn of fertility. Gratefulness is like hugging yourself so tight that it almost becomes borderline suffocation. It's solid appreciation, heavy, but with a twist. Because when you're companionless, and the thoughts won't let you fully be alone, it's that suffocation that pulls you out. It's the notion of the words being written down on a piece of paper. It's the hope that the mind will calm itself or quiet itself down. It's wishing and praying and thanking your pain. Hugging yourself so tight until nothing but tears remain. Rising amongst the challenges that you face. Whispers of untold lies that your brain likes to create. It's sometimes settling down, admitting defeat, and scrunching up your palms and allowing yourself to be angry, to be lonely, to be the only, to be met with grief. Didn't you know that it was inevitable, inescapable, unavoidable? But you are indestructible, only to be made stronger by the hurt that you face. And you're gonna be okay. And you're gonna brave this phase. And you're gonna understand why your journey began its course this day. To be lonely, to be the only, to be met with gratefulness and grief.
We are so stoked to have a live dance in the theatre tonight. This is a first for our live stream series, and it feels great to see the dancers back in the theatre. Adie and Tim are currently in a bubble working for Urban Playground based in Cornwall. We're going to talk to them a little bit later, but for now, Adie and Tim present The Money Game.
Adie and Tim are shifting the vibe into a grittier, darker mood. Our next few acts include a film called Underneath by Gil Ratcliff, and then we have our very own Maddy V's set with Jacob. Gil Ratcliff film Underneath was made with his brother Ned, also a dancer, and came runner-up in O Regions film competition in 2020. Made during the first lockdown at their family home Underneath, give us an insight into mental health during these difficult times.
Strange time we're living in. panic and hysteria. Poor man learn, the rich man don't care for your narcissist mindset spread like malaria. Sit back and watch the show. America, Britain split through fickle a government of hypocrites. These counterfeit politicians sit in parliament, not adequate. Come on. Needlessly bleeding, resources all dry. Turn a blind eye if it means a pay rise. Oh, what a shame it would be, I would die if number 10 Downing Street burned in a fire. Only joking, only messing, don't be stressing. I'm a peaceful adolescent, there's no need to be unpleasant. Write my thesis in a rhyme scheme to analyse the brain while my fingers on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 a storm it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies, poison in the veins, but we die upon the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game. This old money game. This old money is a game and the ladder we climb turns a saint into a sinner with his finger in crime. I'll break it down for you more line by line. This is business economics in a nursery rhyme. She sells seashells on a seashore, but the value of these shells will fall due to the laws of supply and demand. No one wants to buy shells because there's loads on the sand. Step one, you must create a sense of scarcity. Shells will sell much better if the people think they're rare, you see. Bear with me, take as many shells as you can find and hide them on an island. Stockpile them high until they're rarer than a diamond. Step two, gotta make the people think that they want them, really want them. Hit them like Bronson. Influencers, product placement, featured primetime entertainment. If you haven't got a shell, then you're just a waste man free. It's monopoly. Invest inside some property. Start a corporation, make a logo, do it properly. Shells must sell, that will be your new philosophy. Swallow all your morals, they're a poor man's quality. 4. Expand, expand, expand. Clear forest, make land, fresh blood on hands. 5. Why just shells? Why limit yourself? She sells seashells, sell oil as well. 6. Sun, sell stock, sell diamonds, sell rock, sell water to a fish, sell the time to a clock. 7. Press on the gas, take your foot off the brakes, then run to be the president of the United States. 8. Big smile, make big wave, that's great. Now the truth is overrated, tell lies out the gate. 9. Polarize the people, controversy is the game. It don't matter if they hate you, if they all say your name. 10. The world is yours, step out on the stage to a round of applause. You're a liar, cheat, a devil, and you sell seashells on the seashore. Rain, 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 a storm it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies, poison in the veins, but we die upon the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game. This old money game. This old.
I want to thank the Barbican Theatre tonight for having me along. Myself, Maddy V, representing all the females and Sicker Studios. This is the first time I've done a bit of hip-hop live, so I hope you guys enjoy it. I was staring into space every minute of the day, and I was wondering if anybody else could feel my pain. I washed away what remained of mascara on my face so that nobody could ever find a trace. Choices and actions I never should have made. These options have reactions that will sit inside your brain and make you para every hour, slowly turning you insane. Continue trying to handle all the shame, but listen, you made it out of something others probably couldn't, and it didn't have to be that way, but tell me why it wouldn't. And I make mistakes, and for me that was a big one. I climbed out of that hole, it was a deep one. Lately I've been stressing that everything will get messy when addressing, inventing and getting stuff off my chest. I think it's best I request you follow me, I'll show you just how deep it gets. Just how deep it gets. There isn't many people that I'd share my past with. It ain't as casual as picking up a sandwich. I can't stand this, I close my eyes in anguish. The kind of stuff you just can't wrap up with a bandage. It took a while to say it, it took a while to let it go, but when I finally let it, I know it really helped me grow. It took a while to say it, it took a while to let it go. I couldn't really place when it first started. Came a day, everything was half-hearted. I listened to my heart, consulted with my brain. They told me everything I knew was about to change in a situation. I was knee-deep, petrified for my life, so I had to breathe deep. But I said to myself it wouldn't beat me, and now I fucking wish you would have seen the way she treat me. If you only knew what that girl did to me, she blackmailed me, tried to get rid of me. For a month I was stuck in her whip, praying that I'd wake up and come out of this trip. Thinking that it must have been something that I did, must have been bad to deserve this shit. She pressurized me into selling this and that, and what I mean by that is that. And suddenly I found myself sitting in a trap, needles on the floor sitting opposite a cat, learning how to use a sat-nav Waze app, only so that I could tell her where the cops at. What am I playing at? 2 girls in a whip looks dirty, OT and your clothes are getting dirty. And how bad could sleeping on the dirt be? I wanted to go home, but I thought that you would hurt me. I only now remember how it felt. I had my mouth shut, but I was screaming out for help, waiting for the chance that I could take to be free. But she's telling me to pass her 3 white and 1 B. Fuck, I seen the feds in the car in front of me, so I turned at her and she turned at me. Now I'm feeling all the pressure come down on me, and it's drowning me. It's getting hard to breathe, cause I'm dealing with the pressure, cause I don't know any better. And I thought that it was clever, turned into a bad endeavor, but I learned from my mistakes, so how much could take. Got a little left and I'll keep pushing till I break. But there isn't many people that I share my past with. It ain't as casual as picking up a sandwich. I close my eyes in anguish. You just can't wrap up with a bandage. It took a while to say it, it took a while to let it go, but when I finally let it, I know it really helped me grow. It took a while to say it, it took a while to let it go, but when I finally let it, I know it really helped me grow. I know it really helped me grow. Yes. Next up, we've got a little bit of drum and bass. Now, I'm from a drum and bass background. That's right, Sicker Studios, myself, Maddy V. Altered States by the Upbeats. Hope you guys enjoy this. Heard a couple of you want to hear my story. We've got the one like Elder on the decks. Myself, Maddy V. Listen. I heard a couple of you want to hear my story. Truth is, I'm afraid you think it's boring, and you'd be snoring, or worse, you'd be ignoring everything I'm saying. It's a waste and it's exhausting. Don't wanna waste my breath, don't wanna take a step in the direction of the past, cause there is nothing left. There's nothing left to see. Don't waste your energy. You want the game, but you only want on penalties. Doing me, Maddy V is always active, as you can see by the way that I've adapted. I came up rapid, it took a little practice, and now here I stand. Are you ready for the madness? I found drum and bass when I was about 18 years old. I fell in love with the whole music scene. I started writing more lyrics, more content. It all happened so quickly. And well, this is how it started. My dream became my target. Drum and bass left the mark like treading dirt into the carpet. But there's no denying it. I will supply the lyrics, pushing all the limits and defying laws of physics. My spitting is exquisite. Go and mind your fucking business. Drum and bass is where I'm living. You've only come to visit, please exhibit. Cause like civet, we can snip it in a minute. I felt timid, then we give it everything I gotta bring it. But don't get excited cause you only get a taster. In the front and in the back I see the ravers. Got anybody got the papers? And that's when I put the pen to the paper. A lot of people made fun of me in school for trying to be a rapper. I've only got one thing to say to you. Don't think that I'm watching a chatter. Your opinion really don't matter. Don't think that I need your approval, cause your feedback really ain't useful. Now girls, it really don't matter. If you don't like the glitz and the glamour, now girls, it really don't matter. Just remember to use your man and stand it. I ain't got no time to plan it. I'm away on another planet. Be my guest, be corner dresser. Personally, I can't stand it. Can't stand up, pull over. I wear hoods, I know it's all over. Listen, I never really been a rebel. I never ever won a medal. I'm just me and that's settled. I'm just me and that's that. So I put it in a track. It's a little bit of rap. Can you hear the beats fat? I never really been a rebel. Never ever won a medal. I'm just me and that's settled. I'm just me and that's that. So I put it in a track. It's a little bit of rap. Can you hear the beats fat? Yes, thank you for having me. Big up to the Barbican Theatre. Yes.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Maddy V, for that stonking set. I think I've got a bit of a girl crush now, actually. Speaking of the amazing awe I have for all the acts tonight, we've brought back out with us today Adie and Tim, and as well as our next act, Chloe. And I'm just going to chat to them a little bit more about some of their acts. So, Adie and Tim, would you be able to tell me a bit more about your piece that you performed tonight? How did it start? What did you make it about?
So, the money game. We met in January. We got together with the Urban Playground team. Really lucky to be part of the Emergent Ensemble company, and I started to develop a piece, and I just loved Tim's flow and how different he is as a dancer, and just really wanted to create something, and to collaborate both styles together. So we spent the last kind of couple of days trying to do that.
So you've literally made that in like 2 days flat?
Yeah.
And tell me more about your style. So you talked about that sort of, you've got quite different sort of flows and quite different types of training. What is your training?
I kind of trained in various different styles. Since kind of graduating, I kind of probably more of a commercial-y type dancer. Commercial jazz, maybe. I'm not going to describe your style.
So my style is, it's contemporary. I trained as a contemporary dancer my degree was in dance drama and aerial performance, so I've got a few different kind of like art variations to my style. And then, I started working with the Urban Playground team, which is like performance parkour, which is a lot of where my flow kind of like comes from. A lot that's been kind of like honed from jumping on bars and just jumping about in a cage, basically, as well as like trying moves and all this kind of stuff. I'd say contemporary with a few little extra ingredients thrown in there.
That sounds like an ideal combination to me. And you definitely looked amazing together, so well done. What was the starting point for your piece? I really enjoyed listening to the lyrics whilst you were dancing. I wonder if there's a statement that you were trying to make.
Something really big for me, something I'm really passionate about, and actually where a lot of my work is driven from, is that exposing that poverty safari. And for me, I could talk for ages about this, so I'm going to keep it really short. For me, it was, just his lyrics, him as an artist. Ren is just incredible. And just how he goes on a full journey of that real dependency on money. It kind of developed from there. But I think we've got so much more development to do with that piece. Like, we've only had 2 days, so, you know, I'm excited to hopefully continue developing it and see where it goes.
And watch this space, everyone. Let's see if we can see some of this performance again sometime soon. I'm going to ask you one more question, Adie. I just want you to tell me a little bit about some of the work that you're doing in Bodmin, not far from here.
Yeah, so I set up KBSK when I was 15, and so that's been going now for 10 years, which is...
And what is KBSK?
So KBSK, the whole mission behind the project was to make the arts accessible. So it started off with teaching the young people that grew up on the same council estate as me, and from there it just kind of grew. So working with hundreds of children now, which is mind-blowing and just the most rewarding job ever. And then recently I've been... new kind of adventure for me. I've been piloting a project with 2 amazing souls, Dan and Benny from the Granary Studio, so massive big ups to them if they're watching, which is called Breaking the Cycle. And we are working with artists that have a history of offending, mental health, any kind of addictions, and basically providing them a real safe space to be creative and the opportunity to process trauma, but also giving them the opportunity to platform their work as professionals.
Sounds amazing, and well done to you and to both of you for tonight. Thank you so much. I'm going to segue perfectly now into another Granary Studios family member, which is Chloe Carruba, who's joining us for a set in a moment. Chloe, can you talk us through some of your journey with the Granary Studios and your music?
Sure. So I've been sort of knocking about playing music down here for a few years now. And one of my mates was in the Chase Snowdon band. Chase Snowdon's also a human, but he's named his band after himself because he's that good. And my mate Pedro, or Liam Roberts, then took a job at Granary Studios. And I've always wanted to develop my music in a way. I'm one person with 2 hands, so I need many more instruments to be played, but I'm also a control freak, so I don't want a band. So Liam sent me a message, come down to the studio, make some music. And I was like, yeah, cool. Met Benny. Benny is amazing. Anybody that meets Benny is like, you're in the Benny fan club forevermore. Mm-hmm. So I actually recorded with them, and those songs are now being signed to the label attached to Granary and being put out through Granary Studios this Easter, which is mad. And they're big tunes, so it's good.
Listen out for those then, that's amazing. Thank you, Chloe. We're going to hear some of Chloe's music in a moment, but just before we do that, I'm going to introduce you to some of the films that are going on just after Chloe's set. So we've got a film from one of our Rebels classes called Say It With Words. Now this group of students and creative writers have been working on spoken word poetry, and they've been doing that with Shaday Barrowes, who you might have heard a little bit earlier in our evening tonight, and Charlotte Cransmo. Tonight we're going to see Prassi and Scar's performance spoken poetry, and they're going to be exploring unique stories around inequality, love and hate, pressures, fear, prejudice, discrimination. Some of that work does contain some strong language, but it also contains some really exciting and interesting voices, and we support that and we welcome that. I'm also going to remind you to donate if you haven't already tonight. So all of these classes that we put on at the Barbican Theatre are provided by some amazing practitioners. Some of them have been performing for you tonight, and some of them work very closely with them. And they get an amazing wage, they get weekly payment, but our students themselves only pay £60 a year to take part in any of the classes that they want to, and we run about 15 classes a week. So if you've done the maths in your head, it doesn't quite figure out. So we need your money in order to make sure that those classes can stay, especially after lockdown when we can bring everybody back together again. So start donating, look at the QR code at the bottom of the screen right now, and give us some of your money if you're enjoying tonight. Before we see those amazing films by Prassi and Scar, I'm going to introduce to you Chloe Carruba. She's already perfectly introduced herself, but I want to make sure that you know that she is a gorgeous Plymouth artist, and she blends indie folk and the most powerful vocals to create a gorgeous sound. She's inspired by timeless artists such as Joni Mitchell, and she describes her act tonight as a sort of angry Taylor Swift, which I think is fantastic. Chloe will be releasing new music this spring under her new label, working with the Granary Studios, as we've heard, so check that out. But for now, here's Chloe Carruba.
Thank you so much for that lovely introduction, Susie. However, I would prefer to go via the introduction that an ex-boyfriend's mum gave me on my music feedback page, and that was Chloe Carruba makes plinky plonky bullshit music. So I hope you like it. I guess I always thought that we would be alright overnight on the train line. I guess I never thought that you could change your mind. This time it felt like this time was the last time for me and you. But I guess I'm late to the party 'cause you've gone home. Guess you told everybody you wanna be alone but me. Oh, but me. Oh, and it's funny 'cause I thought this time was new. It's funny 'cause I thought your words were true. I guess you forgot that last night we danced to our favorite band, and in the heat of the strobe light, I'm sure we stood a chance. You never should have said those words that you knew could comfort me. And by the light of the morning, oh, I swore we were at peace. But I guess I'm late to the party 'cause you've gone home. Guess you told everybody you wanna be alone but me. Oh, but me. And now we're riding through the night on a train going south, and I've lost every single sense of myself but you. Your mind changes every station, every moment is something new. But you don't love me, you don't love me, you don't love me like you used to. So slow down, we can undo this now. You've lost yourself, you don't wanna be found. And once again, can't even call you a friend, 'cause you're breaking my bones with this bitter end. But I guess I'm late to the party 'cause you've gone home. Guess you told everybody you wanna be alone but me. Oh, but me. And now we're riding through the night on a train going south, and I've lost every single sense of myself but you. Your mind changes every station, every moment is something new. But you don't love me, you don't love me, you don't love me, you don't love me like you used to. All right, I got one more for you. So that one was called Late to the Party. Late to the party being a metaphor for the whole world knowing that you're being dumped and you don't. Not the best party to be late to. However, we turn up, we look good, and then we leave. Am I right? It's so weird, the lack of enthusiasm I'm getting back. But I know you at home are being like, yeah, I'm going to be late to the party. And then I'm going to leave in my best shoes. So that one's coming out soon. Everything's very vague now because I don't make any decisions on my own anymore, unfortunately. But this is another one I've just written. It's brand new, and I'm recording it at the minute. And I think the finished product is not going to sound acoustic-y. So I thought, let's give it its moment. This is a song about how much I miss festivals and touching people in crowds. And I should have rephrased that, but touching people with their consent in crowds. Okay, let's get to it. Hands in sun cream, you're the boy from my daydreams. Effortless as a timeless work of art. You throw your head back at me, we're in a crowd and it's 30 degrees. Everyone here's immersed in the band. But you spent the last set trying to touch my hand. They played Bittersweet Symphony for 10 whole minutes. It felt like seconds. And somewhere in the disco dream, you promised me you'd never leave. And like a fool, I believed. Your friends are laughing, I'm smoking something. No wonder that they call these the best years of our lives. Can you feel it? 'Cause I can't describe it. It's a magnetic force, a universal align. And I hate that my memories of the good world always include you. I wanna shut you out, you never let me in. I wanna cut you off just to feel something, but I can't move past you. And now you treat me like a stranger, but I know all your favorite songs. And I know the feel of your chest. No, everyone will be second best compared to you. And what if everybody's right and these really are the best years of my life, and I spent them in my bedroom and I wasted them trying to love you. They played Bittersweet Symphony for 10 whole minutes. It felt like seconds. And somewhere in the in-between, I guess you took a hold of me, 'cause I can't let go. And I feel wasted, I feel used, I feel cheated, I feel blue, and I feel stupid. I've been a fool. I've been a fool. Thank you.
World, art thou a blessing or a curse? Life in itself, thou art a blessing or a curse. O energy, art thou conscious? Intellect, art thou conscious? Thought, when art thou right? Action, when art thou right? Who is right, who is wrong? Like perceptions as strong, they shift hither and thither. Born, why were you? Like a spark in an ocean of thoughtlessness. Like a lone rabbit in a hole, Voice, where are you? Within these worlds not realized but waiting to be sucked in a black hole. Why the inequality, little world? Survival do you need it for? Ostracism and hate, have they a role? Or am I just seeing it wrong as a whole? Life I hate, life I love, everything I hate, everything I love. Like the starlit dark sky bare, everyone I hate, like fury of flames from a volcanic pyre. Everyone I love, like the outbreak of a loved one's kiss. Love, love, love is what? But a light of splendor from a loved one's eyes. Hate, it is, or love, is it?
They don't believe I can do it because they don't think I have potential. They don't believe I can do it because they can't see my potential. They don't believe I can do it because they won't allow me to be my potential. I'm a prisoner in the world, unable to control. There's things in my life I will never behold. How can a person function when confined to a predetermined definition? The unconditional love that comes with conditions. You can't be loved if you have this much passion. Just stay in your lane, don't ask any questions. How big is an atom? Why is the sky blue? Why is that man in a dress? What does an optopanthemologist do? Do what they say and stick to traditions. Stay by yourself, just focus on your lessons. Ignore the people, don't try to make friends. Even if you don't want to, you have to pretend. Say please and thank you, hug your family, tell them you love them, even if you don't, even if you can't, because they don't know who you are. They don't see who you are. They don't allow you to be who you are. Just put on your shoes and get in the car. We'll talk about this when we get home. You can't be gay. That's your choice. You're alone. I sit at the table. Should I have one more? Am I even able to hold it in at all? I've spent the last hour staring at the door, counting them in and out. I gesture to my friends to let them know my whereabouts. I walk to the door slowly, unsure there's no one in there. I pause. The door is open, all the time in my mind, just hoping that no one's in there. I catch a glimpse in the mirror behind me. There's someone. At this point I pray I still look like a woman. Every breath carefully calculated so I don't sound too manly. I run to the end and lock the door. It's at this point I make the vital decision. Do I stand or sit? If I sit, I'm in an awkward position. If I forgot to lock the door or someone barges in. If I stand, they'll see my feet on the ground. It's at this point I ask, does pee have a sound? Does my piss sound too manly to you? Not that it's any of your business, of course. No one else has to struggle with this. All I needed was a piss. You say I'm just a confused homosexual, a predator who wants to prey on people, a female impersonator, a joke. A joke because my existence is a delusion of a corrupted childhood. A mistake of human interaction, a caricature of what I believe a woman would look like if I ever met one. The constant subject of a yes or no question. Do trans people deserve the right to exist in a restroom? You call me disgusting, a autogynephile, a she-male, a sissy man in a dress, a he, she, it, a faggot, but when I call you a turf, violent bigot.
So we close our evening with the spectacular Virina Flowers. We have been so lucky tonight to have her host with us, and now we get to see her do her thing loud and proud. Following Virina Flowers, our house DJ will also play out the show with some Friday feeling disco tracks. So get up and lip sync a dance floor shimmy and let your hair down loud and proud.
Me out biting your lip, loving till late in the night. Tell me I'm too crazy, you can't tame me, can't tame me. Tell me I have changed, but I'm the same me, oh same me. Tell me I'm too crazy, you can't tame me, can't tame me. Tell me I have changed, but I'm the same me, oh same me. Tell me I'm too crazy, you can't tame me, can't tame me. Tell me I have changed, but I'm the same me, oh same me. Tell me I'm too crazy, you can't tame me, can't tame me. Tell me I have changed, but I'm the same me, oh same me. Inside. Hey, if you don't like the way I talk, then why am I on your mind? If you don't like the way I rock, then finish your glass of wine. We fight and we argue, you still love me blind. If we don't fuck this whole thing up, guaranteed I can blow your mind. Tonight I'm alive in a dollar sign, guaranteed I can blow your mind. Tonight I'm alive in a dollar sign, guaranteed I can blow your mind. Tonight I'm alive in a dollar sign, guaranteed I can blow your mind. Tonight I'm alive in a dollar sign, guaranteed I can blow your mind. Tonight I'm alive in a dollar sign, guaranteed I can blow your mind. Tonight I'm alive in a dollar sign, guaranteed I can blow your mind. Tonight I'm alive in a dollar sign, guaranteed I can blow your mind. Tonight I'm alive in a dollar sign, guaranteed I can blow your mind. You're so bad, it's the truth, hey. I guess you're digging the show. Open the door, you want some more, but you wanna leave, let me know. Tell me I'm too crazy, you can't tame me, can't tame me. Tell me I have changed, but I'm the same me, don't save me. Inside. If you don't like the way I talk, then why am I on your mind? If you don't like the way I rock, then finish your glass of wine. We fight and we argue, you still love me blind. If we don't fuck this whole thing up, guaranteed I can blow your mind.
You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it